So Isaiah 19, first chapter, the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And he says right here, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his own brother, against his neighbor. So here, that's two things you see right there. It's like the wrath of God at the end. So this is a thread of him doing it before. And we've seen him do that before as the Lord came down with Gideon's army and got everybody to fight against each other. You know what I mean? There's different ways he comes and causes them to die. He's done that throughout world history. Remember that the going forth in the top of the myrtle trees or the whatever? When he says the Lord will go before you and be their warrior, and he is the Lord, the God of war, and he does it at the end too. It's like, this is not saying that rapture is happening. Maybe the Lord came again. Remember when he said that you won't taste of death. Some of you won't taste of death until you see the Lord coming in the clouds. Yeah. Well, he did it right here too. When he does it so many times, so just because he's going to do it at the end of the world doesn't mean he didn't do it then too.
Remember, somewhere in the Old Testament too, there was a battle that they went to where they would start blowing their horns and it confused the enemy so much.
That's it. Gideon's army.
Oh, that's what you're talking
300
about?
people against 30,000 and more, and they killed each other.
They killed their own.
Yeah, they killed themselves off. And so you see, who was the one who did that? God was the one who did it, proving that it was God who killed them all. Did he come in a cloud? I don't know, but he caused them to do that. So you see the similarity here. You see a similarity of the things that thread is so stupidly clear to me now. The Lord shall go before you. I've never, and that's what happens when he comes down on a white horse, and everybody's going to see him then. But right here it says the burden of the Lord. He comes on a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt. I mean, they're going to see him. Yeah. The Lord's going to come there and make war against them and cause them to fight each other. Here, it's your fault he's coming. It's your fault. No, you should have did it. And kill each other. Yeah. I'm going to have to make a really big graph. And it's like, here's the level 7. Do you see how the Lord judged them? He did it caused them to fight against each other. Everybody saw him in the clouds. So when they said he's coming before you taste of death, and he says the same things that sound like the end times, who cares? Jesus showed up on the beach the same way he saw on the beach of Patmos in Daniel chapter 10 and in Revelation chapter 1. It's just, God does the same thing throughout history, saying there's no way you couldn't know. You'd have to be blind as a bat, and we are. This is so basic, and it's just reading the Bible, not going by the stupid trash we've been taught all our life. It's not true, bro. It's pathetic. Even Butcher Bucket's been picking it up too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's